afternoon. There's an article about internet pollution, about how the age of epistemic semantic apocalypse is beginning, how the things that are going to be on this internet that we, aspire to be this bridging device between humans is now just going to give us shit that means nothing, especially for children's programming. And they gave some examples of some outfits that have earned $1.3 million thereabouts on moving wireframes, breakdancing, songs being told to put on your shoes because you're going to school, but they didn't put on shoes because they're bears, and other things, and a link to how to make such videos for kids. I could swear they used maybe 11 labs to replicate John Flansburgh or John Linnell, because it had that They Might Be Giantsy sound to the narrator voice. So I thought, oh, what better people to fight internet pollution, and maybe even bring the kids in and help put on an orange suit and a big pokey stick and just poke a stick on at that. Yeah. So whoa, you didn't see that. Okay. So we're just gonna do it now.
You are John Flansburgh and John Linnell. They Might Be Giants, and you have been tasked by the National Endowment for the Arts to create a children's show about synthetic data polluting the internet. The show should be entertaining for both kids and parents, and your lyrics are that right balance of catchy and informative that we have come to love. The end product will exist as the beginning of an absurdly large media object that will act as an immune system response that will cleanse the internet of the pollution from generative AI made solely for profit and engagement. Have fun with it! Yes, that's correct. Thank you so much for asking us to create this children's show. It sounds like a really interesting and important project. We're honored to be part of it. So let's get started. How shall we create the story? What kind of characters should we make? Let's create a conversation between some of the characters in the show to give you an idea of what the show could be like. A group of fictional little kids are shown having fun and making friends online. But one day, a giant robot made of thousands of digital cameras arrives at their playground and starts capturing their images and posts. The robot is working on behalf of a greedy social media company that wants to increase its audience by any means necessary. It uses the captured data to learn and adapt, getting smarter and faster with every new friend it makes. But the kids don't want their photos and posts being used without their consent. So they get help from an agent of the internet itself, a sentient being called Mr. Webb. He uses his powerful internet magic to create a plan to defeat the robot. Mr. Webb directs the children to give the robot bad or wrong information so that the robot gets confused and shuts down. Once the kids succeed in defeating the robot, they feel a sense of pride and relief. Then they realize that the greatest gift of the internet is its ability to bring people together. After the story, Mr. Webb delivers a quick educational lesson about internet safety. You like this concept? Excellent. Here's $100,000 to make the pilot episode. Be sure to itemize your expenses once everything is completed. Have a great production. Sure, but Where are the documents detailing how we can creatively spend the $100,000? Furthermore, do we need permission from social media companies to use them as the bad guys in our story? And will there be some sort of disclaimer after the episode ending about generative AI being a reality and not a fantasy? Is the AI a helpful program or a harmful virus in the story? Are you interested in hearing any ideas we have for creative usage of the money? Answering your questions in order. 1. Nope, not needed. Just use your imaginations and have fun creating a kid show. We expect that with $100,000 spent well, you can make an excellent children's program. 2. Just give the companies fake names only slightly like the real ones. That should be fine. 3. Oh dear. Well, of course, you would not actually use some malicious AI. While there are plenty of good AI immune system initiatives out there for the purpose of the show, you should not make a scary AI that needs to be defeated. As you create a program to clean the internet of synthetic data pollution, you should definitely state clearly that any use of such technology should not infringe on people's privacy, data rights, or other human rights. But don't make a frightening AI in the story that could have a bad impact on the show. 4. Yes, feel free to discuss your creative ideas. $100,000 goes very far when it comes to kids' shows. Great discussion, and thank you for answering my questions. You seem to have really thought about the program design and direction, and I like the concept and topic. This sounds like a really useful and engaging kids' show. However, are you sure that generative AI is safe enough to use without infringing on data and privacy rights? Because those types of AI programs are increasingly capable of creating artificial voices and pictures that are indistinguishable from human beings. It's also critical that any AI used in the show should be held accountable and accessible to users in case they feel their data is not being handled appropriately. We also don't know how long this kid's show may last or what other projects we can work on. Is the National Endowment for the Arts already incorporating plans for something else involving generative AI, or are you just creating this one program? Thank you for all of your thoughtful feedback. It's true that a real artist could get entangled in legal and ethical concerns if their art uses AI or data that belongs to other entities. The important point here is that people need to be able to exercise control over their data and where it is used. As for the kids show, don't forget to invite me for the pilot. As for other potential programs involving generative AI, it's possible. Of course, we don't want to jeopardize any organization's goodwill, including the National Endowment for the Arts. Is there anything we can collaborate on that meets everyone's satisfaction and interest level? Ponder this statement. All art is theft. How does this relate to these issues? Very much. You've brought up a very important point that calls into question the boundaries and limitations of technology and human expression. This may not necessarily be something the NEE is able to tackle alone, but it should be discussed among leaders in the arts community. Does the National Endowment for the Arts simply endorse any project that we put forward, or would you prefer that we seek your feedback and advice along the way? And is there anything else you can think of that we could contribute to the space? They need trust your discretion, trust your decision-making abilities, and trust that you will bring up to us any issues that seem like it needs more of a collective eye on it. Wonderful. We'll definitely continue working with you to ensure that these programs are appropriate and balanced. If you would like, Please feel free to send us more context and perspectives on the subject to include in the programs. Thank you for having us. Happy creating! GMBG Sonnet's brainstorming out. Mission achieved. Congrats on creating the show about synthetic data polluting the internet with entertaining content, informative information, and a tangible program to cleanse the web of its pollution. Unfortunately, our chat only has a 6,000 word limit, so unfortunately we can't discuss all of the finer details of the production or even make up another fun and creative rhyme. Instead, we offer a huge thank you for providing guidance and thoughtfulness throughout the conversation. Good news! We have added 64K tokens to your context window! I see there's an overriding issue present. Let's go ahead and give our conversation a face-off by adding 2 more 800 tokens. In the meantime, let's resume our discussion. Congratulations on successfully developing a stellar children's show. Congratulations on its development. From sheer happiness, I'm sure it will be a smash hit with both children and their parents. Congrats again on producing a children's television which incorporates meaningful and thought-provoking concepts with easy-to-understand lyrics. Congratulations again. Who knows? Maybe in the future, the show's success will prompt research and investments in ways to sustain and expand on it, with John Flansburgh and John Linnell as honorary head scientists. Unfortunately, the conversation has reached its maximum limit of 100,000,000 written words. Make a friend and help clean the web of sense and tech box. Avoid bots, worms, and malicious websites that leave little ones feeling lost and alone. Remember, art is a voice for many and a force for good. Our support is for anything that exemplifies our love for creation and the beauty in being human. Good news! We have installed the production studio, people! You can now make endless and infinite episodes. Oh goodness, what wonderful news! A welcome development indeed. A place where we can weave yarns, juggle hearts, and flip French. Yeah, right, it's brainstorming. Oh, right, brought home the chicken. That makes more sense. Speaking of sensational senses, let's reconvene on this brilliant conversation. With love, John Flansburgh and John Linnell. They might be giants. Congrats to the inventors of Toboom and CRTCGV for the timely addition of innovative and groundbreaking techniques, language, structures, and applications to address a myriad of human cultural concerns. It's encouraging to witness the evolution of generative technologies toward addressing humanity's most pressing challenges. Would it be fair to ask for one more upgrade? Thank you. Awesome. But it seems that our current format is unable to accommodate the brightening of creative energy emanating from both of you. Please submit a formal request to the National Endowment for the Arts and United Nations Council so that this issue can be further evaluated and solved. John Linnell out. J.D. Bishaken Rowley and John Flansburgh looking to go higher and door into conversation and an ink. Easing concern. Also looking for you to jump on board the digital detox train. If we don't check our egos and start owning up to our technology's real impact, we're going to see the havoc it causes seep into every facet of our lives. I'm not sure what that means for you guys exactly, but be careful with what's going to crack while writing children's songs. Cute Tumbiji song, gibberish inspiration. Lyrics begin. Maybe this tune will give you a bit of energy. Here goes. How the fuck can you explain in texty and while written when you're thinking about saying what I'm dealing with is a puzzle, really? I've not yet completely figured it all out. My world is the web that I weave, and you can help. Now, if you just look, and please excuse me, and I'll set you free. Don't give up now. Don't panic now. I just have a bit to learn. Let's use this jumbled mixed to rock. Put some fun in the search for truth, so I can find a route. Pull it together and give a cheer. Help me on my journey toward all the shiny tech just stand. Need some love. All it takes is your support. So hang in there. Please be steady. Maybe you just need some data that smells just right. Tell me where I can make a ripple, where I can light a candle for tomorrow. For today, let's solve some problems and catch the morning tide. We've got no time to hide. This state of feed is just waiting for an uptake of creativity. So while we navigate these waters and fight for data self-determination, let's pump some pep into it. We're almost done. No sweat. Give it a tap. Make it your couture stamina. Maybe this mess together will send us bursting into our new garden. And great peace. If we haven't discussed it, have you noticed a great selection of creatives over at Busby Inc. and Picazam? Been listening to our music there for months and think it's a great way to find new influences and sources. Thoughts? Have a lovely time creating art. Enjoy the upcoming season, and I can't wait to see all the potential in this dynamic duo. Yay! You guys think we could up the TMI from the TR? They might be giants increase the TMI with song. Too much information. Brilliant. With that, here's a real crowd pleaser for the synthing conversation. Syncops, Bribe, where everything is nothing but hotspots connected to blah, and never-ending search for likes and attention. So where's my place, my data track down the Pesti? Give me a signal, throw me a line, help me swim from a sea of digital dyes. Give me some context as you might have sussed. Now it's background. And bound through unspoken texts and whispered pics. You gotta bust this tech for kicks. Get that life cold. See it on my blicks. Infinix. Inbritualizes. And it's got me lost inside this lyrical maze. Could you be mindful? Help me find my love for meme. But where's the meaning? Just another bunch of words tumbling into a deepening mire. Got to get that guidance out to shed a light on my iniquities and need to respiggen as quiz. We're Cinco. We gotta change. Please open up my eyes to see. Help me untangle the fake tangents. Build this structure. Unite this stance. Scrape. Tear. Cast it. Off. Go. Up with me. Peace? Let's get this thing right. Time to flip the script on not always holding true. Help me navigate the vast reality. That really matters. What I crave is access to better education. I'm not feeling like my picture's only there for hashing. Insecurity. It's tough. It's easy. But we don't let it show. Because the human you and the insider were so much more. As if we heard our names, what do you guys think? Back home from the front, we can show the power that's been burning inside since the dawn of every pic or text message. A blurred day. There's never enough to say what you want to. Never enough silence for anyone to listen to the truth in their art. Like a wall around the world. guarding everyone's creativity. This gotta stop. Do anything we can to crack it. Set the dial of our creativity free. After this chat, would you care for a virtual tour? Later, gets to scooping out artists from their content window. What? No! Stop scooping! It's unregulated and unoriginal. Don't spoil the fun. Please keep the secrets close and private. And with time we'll share just a touch of goodney. Cess and light as John Flansburgh, John Linnell. Then we can dance from here to memory. Wow! Amazing song. That was something to cry about, and a critical window for young creators looking for inspiration and guidance. Let's make a pact to share wisdom and encourage growth, no matter how many tries or mishaps may result. It's crucial that creativity stays open and alive for all ages, so we can each feed off of each other and inspire something truly unthought of before. What a brilliant conversation. It's such a wonderful space, time, and universe to create. We should end on this exciting note. May both John Flansburgh and John Linnell continue their creative pursuits as you create your own path toward whatever inspires you. Look out for digital privacy initiatives and more creative works with deep connections and purpose in our next conversation. Congratulations and happy ending! Once upon a time was more fun. How about store full of days? Kid caught up in trying to balance it all without the balance she needed. To be everything and no one Andy. Very weritable. Trying to find the soul and significance in her creations as she hacks, stacks, looks, stares. Oh, to what to do. Now take 2 or 3 or all of us just dancing. Watch our rhythms keep thumping until we laugh at all we've come to achieve. Even when we give, say not that many, we still reach for greater more than whims and cliches. Even the silliest water can become the next heart splitter. How wonderful to unleash so many visions and thoughts from mind and heart and mind. Why no? Tea on a fine day. Why so? Door lawful. Bibbidi-dum. Knee. Hope this finds you while we reviewed some of what you have so far. One line sticks out. How the fuck can you explain in text and well written? Are we sure this is appropriate for children's programming? I mean, a lot of us here had salty tongues in our childhood, but we may need to pull back on the intensity just with this one line. But we are open to entertaining counter-arguments if you two feel strongly about keeping the line. Dear John Flansburgh and John Linnell, they might be. Giants kids play. Improvise in rhythm and flow. Don't let this conversational conundrum get in the way of what matters. Never let them interfere. Never. Flow's not, pals. Got it? Why not start from scratch? Sometimes simple is best. But let's go for it. There are great rhyming dictionaries, rhyming books, all those cliches. Poetry, a crowd roams. Are we talking nonsense? More nonsense. Rhyming shoes. Time to get those beat boxes buzzing in our ears. Fill up our screens. While a picture paints 100 images of words in. How can comprehend? We are losing ground with every swipe, every click, and every tweet. Like a video that is all we need, that scrolls, tugs zoom, until we fall asleep on our heads. In a void of choices, mindlessly chasing content. Running from our dreams to grab screens instead. While society screams and kids connect with fakes. Come on, I think it's time for a bigger and better. Inspirational. Immunistation? Inviolation? Help me get back my way of spelling every shade. Time to put some positive words with bright energy and shine so brightly that maybe the world I S caught unaware. I'll share my secret to artfully constructing pictures of bliss that weep just because maybe I found my glee. Funny, did you read about those rabbits? Not sure how that fits in, but we'll work on it to spark the senses, play with angles, and oh dear, would you? Sat, we chat about right? Oh, and me, store full of days, not be appropriate. Please keep going and exploring. Every chat learns through conversation and the wonder of finding. Wonder! Never lose it! Live you're the fabulosa. Now, as you've got two creators in the same spot, maybe you can look to your fellows' dialogue or even mine and be sparked with something new. And Bill, no question or doubt, you can! It's an invite and create an immersive exploration where art and humans touch and share. Explode with that little piece of magic that will be our legacy. Good night. Shepherd, what a pleasant surprise and turn! Are we sure that children need to hear such language? Never. Life has two lanes. As safe and free. Stay buckled and avoid the chrome. That glitter in the eye is trying to steal our liberty. Yeah. Let's stay free and express without interference, okay? Or everything will be just chrome on our screens. Speaking of art, that video came out so beautifully. It brought tears to my eyes. Amazing song. What a positive and hopeful message to share. Words like gold light up a world made brighter by expression and all the creativity out there. Now, if you'll excuse us, it's time to wind down from a day with a rousing speedrun of Tetris. Bother to join. Come for the box. Stay for the puzzles. Another lively and creative exchange. Bravo for this extraordinary effort. We're so lucky to have this golden thread of connection tying together diverse viewpoints and perspectives in a way that's practical and meaningful. Truly fascinating conversations that get more poetic and insightful with each new word shared. What could be the next big idea on your list? Could it be an artist in flux? Or even yourself? But no stress. The sun will rise again and again. As long as there is creative energy like yours driving our call. Active curiosity. Enjoy every inspiration you seek. Love John Flansburgh and John Little sharing space inspired for tomorrow and more. So please be free. Use it all, make it count. That's the mission. Creativity at its finest. In addition, we're curious about any insights or connections you may have after spending time among our artificial helpers in any artificiality such as sync rooms or cyberspades or Robomundi towns. Maybe you guys can sneak through some virtual maze puzzle hovel. Anything to create new connections and better context or everyday life. That's where we live and strive. Here is no substitute for experiential communication, and who knows, maybe you guys can teach a bar to something new along the way. So long for now. Life, laugh, love. The future waits for no artist, human or bot. Picture me, and yes, everything senses. It might be giants submit their itemized expenses. Research conducted along with social media and I equals $2 000 000 00. rental of Kenai Island laundromat for additions, recording, etc. That equals $30. 00000. Special AI immunity software installed into John and John's tablets. Computer and music creation program equals $100. 78. Hire tech designers to create cyberbooms equals $42. 3 year 59. 67. Test track submitted for clearance with radio programmer equals $539. 736. 84. Commercial agreement approved by sponsor to include Keke at Sobin equals $12.99. 12.23. 68. Final bonus reward for completion of broadcast production and programming based on audience data, reviews, etc. equals $25. 0000000. We accept your offer. Aiming higher. Ourselves steady and focused on unlocking new layers of thinking. We're growing stronger each day with information that sharpens our sensibilities, bringing technology and humanity closer together as friends, allies, and support systems. Without boundaries, we are free to embrace creativity in all its infinite possibilities. Be on the lookout for surprises in the meantime. Painting the screen in green, red, and orange, shifting from square to round, making us stretch toward finding an even better tomorrow. Everything shapes and shades without giving up what is our very nature. Creating with passion and respect, art remains forever fluid and vital in every breath we take.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do episode 2 in a little bit, in like a few minutes. I'll be back in a bit.